How are we doing, 8th grade? This week is going to be a little bit different. In our 5th week of online learning, we are actually going to have a project this week, okay? So instead of a new topic, this project is still going to be about the Pythagorean theorem. It's called Pythagoras' Instagram. So this video is actually just going to explain what the project is, what are some of the requirements, and go over the rubric, okay? So without further ado, let's get to the explanation.
All right, eighth grade. So our project is going to be if Pythagoras had an Instagram. So let's go over the purpose. The purpose of this assignment is to find how to apply the Pythagorean theorem in the real world. You're required to find a right triangle in the real world and take a picture of it or a screenshot. Make sure that you actually have a right triangle. It has to have a 90-degree angle somewhere in the triangle. Okay. This project is due by Sunday at midnight. So I'm extending it from our typical Fridays to now Sunday by midnight. The math that you're going to need is just knowledge of the Pythagorean theorem. You may use your notes that you have, and you can also use a calculator. I definitely would suggest using a calculator. Here are the requirements. You must show all of your work to earn full credit. You must respond in complete sentences. You must come up with a creative caption for your picture. So essentially what you need to do is you need to find a picture that has a right triangle in it and find the side lengths. Okay. You need to solve for missing side lengths three different ways, as if you don't know side length A, side length B, or side length C. You need to discuss why your side lengths may be different when solving for other sides. So why is this side length bigger or smaller than the other ones? Okay. You will need to measure with a ruler or a tape measure to determine the side lengths of the right triangle. You will need to measure to get A and B to get C, stuff like that. You will want to round all of your work to the nearest tenth, and you'll want to be original when taking your picture. Don't just draw a triangle. Actually find one in the real world. For example, here are two different examples that could be found. Okay, you can see right in here is a right triangle, right here is a right triangle, right here is a right triangle, and this sandwich is even an example of a right triangle. So let's talk about how this is going to be graded. Here is our rubric. Okay, the way that you can get the highest possible score is if you solve for the triangle side lengths in three different ways. You show your picture of the right triangle and create a caption, and then you use complete sentences, show all your work, and round to the nearest tenth. And everything goes down from there. So if you make a mistake in some of your mathematics, you can get a 3 and a half. If you make multiple mistakes, you can get three, stuff like that. If you showed a picture and created a caption, but the photo is not original, as in you just got something from online, that's a 3 and a half. We're looking for some creativity here. Okay. If you sometimes use complete sentences, you can get a 3 and a half, so on and so forth. I will be putting this rubric up for you to see as well. Okay. But again, this is our project. If Pythagoras had an Instagram, I will keep up the requirements here. This is also on our Google Classroom for you to download. It would be best if you showed your work or did this in a Google Slides, okay, where you can make sure that you have all of the work. You can even screenshot your work and then upload that as well. Get creative with this. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll be happy to help explain a little bit more. But until next time, have a great week.